To inspire academic excellence, to nurture curiosity, creativity, and imagination, to awaken the human spirit.
The secret of good teaching is to regard the child's intelligence as a fertile field in which we can sow the seeds of learning, which will blossom under the flaming sun of her imagination. Our aim is not only to make the child understand, and still less to force him to memorize, but so to touch his imagination as to enthuse him to his innermost core.
For perhaps 500,000 families with children in some 4,000 Montessori schools in North America, these ideas reflect the values and goals that they hold for their children's education.
Montessori is based on respect, and what you'll find is that respect permeates a Montessori school. And when you look at it from a parent's perspective, generally the people who are drawn to it are people who are coming there not simply to give their child an excellent preparation for university. They're also people that are looking for a philosophy of life. They want to find families that share many of their attitudes and approaches. They want people who are going to treat children not only with warmth, but with respect.
Celebrating its 90th anniversary in 1997, with tens of thousands of schools in the United States and abroad, the Montessori philosophy represents a fresh and vibrant approach that has enjoyed the support of leading thinkers around the world. By allowing children to develop a meaningful degree of independence and self-discipline, Montessori sets a pattern for a lifetime of good work habits and a sense of responsibility.
People call Montessori an education for life, and a way to understand that is to imagine the way you would hope a young man or woman of about the age of 18 would be, how they'd grow up. And then imagine that you step back and ask, what do I have to do with a child when she's 16, when she's 15, when she's 8, when she's 6, when she's 3? What can we do? What kind of experiences, what kind of respect, what kind of opportunities would you do to try to help a child to really blossom, to become everything that she might be?
Montessori teaches children to think for themselves and helps them to discover and develop their unique talents and possibilities. There is an atmosphere of kindness and respect in which children discover that they are capable and independent human beings. Children work at their own pace and learn in ways that work best for them as individual learners. When you enroll your child in a Montessori school, you are joining a community where children and families can feel at home, have a sense of belonging. Children feel loved and respected as the unique individuals they are, and develop strong bonds between friends, families, and teachers.
We want to create a partnership between the family, the teachers in the school, and the child to create a learning system for the child, but also to create a community for the family.
The Montessori Classroom is a carefully prepared environment designed to facilitate the development of children's independence and sense of personal empowerment. Divided into several logical areas by open bookshelves, upon which there are many intriguing hands-on learning materials, the classroom allows children the freedom to choose lessons of particular interest in the areas of practical life, sensory training, language arts, math, art, music, geography, and science. This freedom allows for spontaneous exploration and discovery. You will not find rows of desks where children sit at attention as a teacher leads them through a lesson. Instead, the children will be scattered around the classroom, working individually or collaborating with their classmates. Each class brings together about 25 to 30 children, spanning 3 different age levels. Classes tend to be stable communities of children, with only the oldest third moving on to the next level each year.
Ryan started when he was 2. He's now 10. Montessori has allowed him to become the best student that he can be. He has blossomed in a Montessori program.
Younger children experience the daily stimulation of older role models, who in turn blossom in the responsibilities of leadership. So often, the best teacher of a 3-year-old is another child who is just a little bit older and has recently mastered a skill. The process is good for both the tutor and the younger child. Students not only learn with each other, but from each other. Because children spend 3 years in the same Montessori classroom, the teacher knows each child as an individual and can clearly address her emotional and academic needs. Montessori teachers are rarely the centers of attention. Most often you will find the Montessori teacher working with less than a handful of students, while the other children are working individually or in small groups. Montessori teachers don't simply present lessons, they are facilitators, mentors, coaches, and guides. They are trained to follow the child, ask the right questions, that is largely run by the children. When they are hungry, they prepare their own snack and drink. When something spills, they help each other carefully clean things up. Through countless lessons in everyday life skills, Montessori children develop a fine sense of order, independence, and a higher ability to concentrate and follow a complex sequence of steps. The children normally go about their work so calmly and with such focus that it is clear that they are the masters in this environment, a children's community.
The key really, as far as from my point of view, it's also one of the things that Maria Montessori talked about as the key to success for children, is the preparation of the environment and the setting of clear ground rules and limits which the children internalize.
Montessori teaches children to pay close attention to the world revealed through their senses. At a very young age, they learn how to discriminate between different shapes, sizes, colors, aromas, sounds, weight, and textures, helping them to experience a deeper awareness and appreciation of the physical world. The process of learning how to read should be simple and painless. Montessori begins by placing young children in classes where older students are already reading. All children want to do what the big kids do, so there is a natural lure for the young child to learn.
I can see that as they progress, they have no fear of bigger challenges in their education.
Montessori teaches children to read phonetically. They learn to compose their own stories using the movable alphabet. Montessori begins to teach very young children the functions of grammar and sentence structure, just as they are first learning how to put words together to express themselves.
I, for example, was trained in teaching sandpaper letter lessons. Through that very small microcosm, I could see a little bit of how these children actually are absorbing the lessons of the world around them. First they see, then they copy, then they can produce.
Students who learn math by rote often have no real understanding or ability to put their skills to use in everyday life. Montessori students use hands-on learning materials that make abstract concepts clear and concrete. They can literally see and explore what is going on in mathematics and geometry. The classroom often extends to the outdoors, where children can study plants and animals in a natural setting. Montessori's hands-on approach to science cultivates a child's fascination with the universe and helps to develop a lifelong interest in observing nature and discovering more about the world in which they live. Art and music appreciation are woven throughout the history and geography curricula. Students participate in song, dance, and creative movement. Students' dramatic productions make other times and cultures come alive.
The great thing about Montessori is that these kids don't see color. You just have a great mix. And Montessori is it's just a melting pot. You've got all different types of people.
The study of history and world cultures is the cornerstone of the Montessori curriculum. In developing a strong sense of history, children are better able to understand who they are as individuals. In an atmosphere of self-directed work, children compete only with themselves and learn not to be afraid of making mistakes.
One of the things that I find with Montessori is that these children present themselves in the world with a passion for learning. They've not lost it. They have an internalized sense of motivation. They work not because they're looking for reward particularly or because they're afraid of punishment, but rather out of an inner sense of honor. It's who they are.
With so much self-confidence and personal motivation, students normally make a smooth transition to traditional classrooms after their Montessori experience. Within this nurturing environment, our students are inspired to explore, understand, and blossom into full and active citizens of the adult world.
The joy of it for me is to see the joy in it for them. It really is as simple as that. They seem to be excelling academically, and they seem to be of joyful spirit, and there's nothing more I could ask for.